Hi everybody, welcome to the Get Clear Show. It's Laura, and today I would like to talk to you a little bit about how to use videos on YouTube to promote your life coaching agency or any other business that you might have. Particularly what I would like to talk to you about is creating an event through Google Plus and streaming live to your YouTube channel. So generally when you see me doing tutorials or talks such as the one that you're watching right now, I use my regular camera. I take the video footage and I run it through my editor, which is great because then I can control some aspects of the video itself. So if something didn't go right in the video, if I want to add some text, if I want to tweak it or change it, add an intro or an exit, those types of things, I have a lot more control over that by running it through my editor, and I happen to use Magix to do that. Then I have to export it to a program on my to a folder, on my computer, then get it uploaded to YouTube. And that whole process can take me as much as 5 to 7 hours. It just depends on how long the video is and how much time it took to export the video. If instead I go over to my YouTube account and I go to where I have the option to live stream my videos, it's already there. It's point, click, start, it's done. I don't have to worry about exporting. I don't have to take another 7 hours and wonder, gosh, when is this thing going to be finished? It's already there. The downside to that is when you go live, when you broadcast live like that, really your mistakes are out there. If the quality of your video wasn't the way you wanted it, there's not much you can do to change it unless you download the video and run it through an editor, in which case you should have probably just used a camera to begin with. However, if I want to do an interview with somebody remotely, just the other day I interviewed somebody from Canada, for example, then I don't have the option of using my camera and having them sitting right next to me unless I want to take a flight out to Canada. So instead, I used the Google Plus events and live streamed it straight into my YouTube channel. What I do personally is I make sure that when I'm setting up the episode, when I'm setting up that particular video, when I'm tagging it, describing it, doing all of those things, I make sure that I don't set it to public, unless I want it to live stream publicly where anybody can see it live as it's happening. Instead, I make it private or unlisted. That way, I don't run the risk of somebody seeing any of the mistakes that might be in the video. And I'm only talking about major mistakes. All of your live streaming videos at one time or another are going to have some glitches in there. Maybe the sound isn't picking up. There are a variety of things that could go wrong. Somebody says something that they didn't mean to say. It can happen. But if I make it unlisted and private to where only I can see it, then I can always go back and fix it if I want to. If, however, I look at the video and I say, you know, that really turned out great and I like it in the raw just the way it is, mistakes and all, then I just get to leave it. There's not another 5 to 7 hours worth of exporting and uploading and condensing, because I do condense my videos down so that they don't take as long to upload. It's just done. It's just a whole lot easier. Well, that's all wonderful, but let's talk about how doing videos, particularly the live streaming interviews, can help you in promoting yourself as a life coach. You know, I teach life coaches how to be life coaches. And so one of the things that I tell them when they are marketing themselves is to get out there and do some videos. Use YouTube. It's a wonderful platform. Most people search on YouTube for things that they're looking for. And people like how-to tutorials and videos of that nature. So use YouTube. But why interviews? Why do I interview so many people? You know, I started the Get Clear show probably 6 years ago now, almost 6 years ago. And honestly, it happened by accident. I was looking for a better way to reach my clients when I was doing full-time life coaching. And in an attempt to get a message out to them, I decided to do sort of a blog, kind of like a blog, only it was done in a podcast form. And in order to practice using the equipment and software that I had, I decided to do a pretend interview with somebody. And next thing I knew, I had so many other people saying, Laura, I want to do that. Will you interview me? Can I be on your show? And so I started picking out content that would be relevant to the clients that I had on my client list, things that I thought would motivate and help them. And I said, sure, let's do that. Let's try that. Well, the next thing I knew, I had this great big following, and I had a tremendous show on my hands. And the Get Clear show has been going. It went from podcast form to now video form over the last several years. And what is so wonderful about that is I now have people who watch those videos and get a hold of me and say, you know, I'm really struggling with this certain area of my life. And you'll hear me say this a lot. People come to me and say, Laura, my life is a mess. Can you please fix it for me? And while I can't actually fix somebody's life, I can certainly give them the tools and encouragement to do that, to maybe unravel the mess that they've made or a mess that's happened in their life. So the videos and the interviews in particular have been wonderful, because when I interview somebody else, whether they are in Canada or whether they are across the street or sitting next to me on the sofa while we're talking, what I'm doing is I'm giving people a voice, and my clients get to see that, and they know that if these people that I'm interviewing are capable of doing the wonderful and amazing things that they've done, then maybe they can too. It also gives me the opportunity to network with a group of people that I may not otherwise have had the opportunity to network with. I don't know anybody in Canada. I do now, because I've interviewed somebody in Canada. And that person may actually have some friends there that are looking for some life coaching services. So it's a wonderful way to cross-pollinate your business. It helps the person you're interviewing, pardon me, and it helps you as a life coach as well. Make sure that your videos are purposeful and that they have a message. And I really would encourage you to check out YouTube and try their live streaming opportunities. It's just so much simpler. And it's just a way that you can connect with more clients from all over the place. Anyway, I hope you've gotten something out of this video, and until next time, talk to you later.